An estimated 703,000 people die by suicide worldwide each year. Over half, 58% of all these deaths by suicide, occur before the age of 50 years old. Studies show that the risk of suicide increases as happiness decreases. We've seen celebrities and successful people end their lives despite having it all. Were they not happy? What drives someone to make this choice? Our society pushes success over failure, but if you really think about it, and upon careful observation, why does it seem that success is not the real measure of true, lasting happiness? Stoicism offers a different perspective on finding true contentment. Are you ready to challenge your beliefs about happiness? In this video, we're going to explore a powerful, time-tested approach to happiness that 99% of people overlook. You might be wondering, is there really only one way to be truly happy? What's this secret that most people don't know about? And how can an ancient philosophy like Stoicism lead to genuine happiness in today's world? Well, get ready to challenge everything you thought you knew about happiness. We'll dive into the core principles of Stoicism and show you how they can transform your perspective on life. You'll discover why chasing external success often leaves you feeling empty, why it's sometimes a struggle to just be happy, and learn a radically different approach to finding contentment. By the end of this video, you'll be equipped with practical tools to apply Stoic wisdom to your daily life, unlocking a level of happiness you never thought possible. Are you ready to see happiness in a whole new light? Now, you might be wondering, why don't 99% of people know about this method for achieving happiness? Well, in our fast-paced, instant gratification world, we're often sold quick fixes and fleeting pleasures as the path to happiness. Stoicism, on the other hand, offers a deeper, more enduring approach that isn't always easy to market or understand at first glance. It's not about eliminating sadness or negative emotions entirely. That's not realistic or even desirable. Instead, Stoicism teaches you how to navigate life's ups and downs with resilience and inner peace. But here's the kicker. Once you understand and apply these principles, you might find that what used to upset you no longer holds the same power over your happiness. Is Stoicism the only way to true happiness? Not necessarily. Different philosophies and practices work for different people. However, Stoicism has stood the test of time for a reason. Its principles are practical, applicable to modern life, and backed by recent psychological research. What sets Stoicism apart is its focus on what's within your control, your thoughts, judgments, and actions, rather than external circumstances. Seeing things this way can really change everything. So while it may not be the only path, it's a really powerful one that has guided countless individuals to a more fulfilling life. No wonder a Roman emperor, Marcus Aurelius, who was the most powerful man in the world during his time, resorted to Stoicism for finding inner peace, happiness, and contentment amidst the complexities of his rule and the uncertainties of life. Let us now dive into Stoicism's core principles and how they can lead to genuine happiness. Is there really only one way to be truly happy? This question has intrigued thinkers and seekers for millennia. While it might seem simplistic to suggest a single path to happiness, Stoicism offers a perspective that challenges our common assumptions. Think about it. How many times have you chased after something, believing it would make you happy, only to find yourself still unsatisfied? Whether it's a new job, a relationship, or material possessions, external goals often leave us wanting more. But what if the key to happiness isn't about what you achieve or acquire? Stoicism proposes a radical shift in how we approach happiness. Instead of looking outward, it encourages us to look inward. But what does this mean in practice? Imagine if your happiness wasn't dependent on your circumstances, but on how you perceive and respond to them. Sounds too good to be true, right? Yet this is exactly what Stoicism suggests. It's not about denying your emotions or becoming indifferent to the world around you. Rather, it's about developing a resilient mindset that allows you to find contentment regardless of external events. Could this be the one way to happiness that has eluded so many? To understand how Stoicism helps us achieve this, let's explore its key principles and how they apply to our daily lives. Stoicism offers practical tools to reshape our perspective and find contentment. Stoics teaches us of the dichotomy of control. What is it about? It is about understanding what's within your power and what isn't. Epictetus, a famous Stoic philosopher, put it this way: "The chief task in life is simply this, to identify and separate matters so that I can say clearly to myself which are externals not under my control and which have to do with the choices I actually control." In other words, if you focus on what you can control, your thoughts and actions, instead of things you can't change, you'll feel less frustrated and worried. This principle is transformative in everyday life. Daily traffic jams, you can control how you react to them. Instead of getting stressed, you might use that time to listen to an audiobook or practice mindfulness. You can choose to grow. Say you do decide to grow and listen to an audiobook, as you are aware that you are growing, that you chose and acted on it instead of letting the stress of being stuck in traffic eat you up. This sense of willpower that you used yourself, won't it give you a certain level of satisfaction, contentment, or even a smile on your face? A stressed and frustrated person stuck in traffic while another is smiling. Who would you rather be? Consider everyday workplace scenarios. Someone else in the office gets a promotion you wanted, or a project you worked hard on receives criticism. You can't control these outcomes, but you can control your response. Instead of dwelling on disappointment or resentment, you might choose to congratulate this person sincerely or view the criticism as an opportunity for growth. Accepting the facts as they are will give you inner peace. Tell yourself, "Okay, that's that. I'm actually still okay. What's the next plan?" In personal relationships, this principle is equally powerful. You can't control if someone likes you or if a relationship ends, but you can control how you treat others and how you process your emotions. When faced with a breakup, instead of thinking over and over what went wrong, you focus on self-improvement and learning from the experience. Focus and enjoy the thoughts of all the good that came from the relationship, and accept that the outcome is part of the story. If nothing good came from it, then why be bothered at all that the relationship ended? Be honest to yourself about the things that are good for you and those that are not. Even in larger societal issues, this approach is valuable. You can't single-handedly solve climate change or political conflicts, but you can control your own environmental choices and how you engage in civic discourse. By consistently applying this principle, you'll find that many of your daily stressors begin to lose their power over you. That rude customer service representative, the friend who cancels plans last minute, the unexpected bill, these events don't disappear, but they no longer have the ability to derail your entire day or shake your inner peace. You start to recognize that your happiness isn't at the mercy of external circumstances, but is a product of your own choices and perspectives. Isn't this a more empowering way to navigate life's challenges? Another key principle of Stoicism is practicing virtue, which the Stoics considered the highest good. This means striving to embody wisdom, justice, courage, and self-control in your daily life. Marcus Aurelius advised, "Waste no more time arguing about what a good man should be. Be one." How does this pursuit of virtue lead to genuine happiness and contentment? It is about creating a strong sense of integrity and purpose. Imagine making a difficult but honest decision at work, standing up for someone facing injustice, or showing patience and understanding in a heated argument. These actions, guided by wisdom, justice, courage, and self-control, bring a deep sense of satisfaction that no external reward can match. This internal alignment reduces cognitive dissonance, that uncomfortable feeling when your actions don't match your values. When you consistently act virtuously, you eliminate the guilt, shame, or regret that often follow actions you know are wrong. This harmony between your beliefs and actions creates a profound sense of peace. Moreover, practicing this virtue builds resilience. When you face life's inevitable challenges with courage and wisdom, you develop confidence in your ability to handle whatever comes your way. This inner strength becomes a source of solid contentment, resistant of the troubles of external circumstances. Consider how this might play out in your life. Instead of seeking happiness in a promotion or a luxury purchase, you might find it in mentoring a colleague or volunteering in your community. Rather than avoiding difficult conversations, you courageously address issues in your relationships, leading to deeper connections and personal growth. By focusing on being a good person rather than merely appearing to be one, you free yourself from the exhausting task of managing others' perceptions. You're no longer at the mercy of praise or criticism, because your self-worth comes from living up to your own ethical standards. You create a sense of purpose and integrity that will eventually lead you to genuine, lasting happiness. Lastly, Stoicism places great emphasis on the virtue of courage, not just in grand, heroic acts, but in our everyday lives. This courage involves facing our fears, embracing uncertainty, and moving forward despite our anxieties. The Stoic philosopher Epictetus once said, "It's not what happens to you, but how you react to it that matters." But how does cultivating courage lead to genuine happiness? Consider how much of your unhappiness stems from fear of the unknown or reluctance to face difficult situations. Maybe you're staying in a job you dislike because you're afraid of change, or you're avoiding a necessary conversation due to fear of conflict. By developing the courage to face these challenges head-on, you free yourself from the prison of your own anxieties. Ask yourself, how might your life change if you acted with courage in the face of your fears? What opportunities for growth and happiness have you been missing out on? When you summon the bravery to step out of your comfort zone, to voice your true thoughts, or to pursue your deepest aspirations, you open yourself up to a world of possibilities. This courage doesn't mean you won't feel fear, it means you act despite it. And in doing so, you'll find a profound sense of self-respect and inner peace that no external circumstance can provide. The choice of being brave rather than being a coward. You will find happiness in that choice because deep down you know that is right. Isn't that a more fulfilling path to happiness than always playing it safe? By applying these principles, you're not eliminating all negative emotions or challenges from your life. Instead, you're developing the inner strength to navigate life's ups and downs with grace and equanimity. Now that we've explored these powerful Stoic principles, it's time to unveil the ultimate secret they point to. Are you ready to discover what could be the only true path to genuine, lasting happiness? This next revelation might change everything you thought you knew about finding joy in life. Ever notice how some folks are happy as clams with next to nothing, while others have it all and yet still seem unfulfilled? Think about that co-worker who's always cheerful, despite having a modest job and living in a small apartment. Or consider the local shop owner who greets everyone with a genuine smile, even though they work long hours for relatively little pay. They seem to radiate a sense of peace and satisfaction that seems to defy their circumstances. On the flip side, you've likely encountered or heard about wealthy executives or celebrities who, despite their fame and fortune, struggle with depression or addiction. Maybe you know someone who's constantly chasing the next promotion or bigger house, but never seems to find lasting happiness in their achievements. Even in your own life, you might have experienced moments of pure joy during simple activities like a walk in nature, dancing a night out, a heartfelt conversation with a friend, or just a simple sense of tranquility. Conversely, you may have felt empty or unfulfilled after reaching a long-sought goal or making a significant purchase. These examples illustrate a crucial point. They tell us that external circumstances, whether they're perceived as positive or negative, don't dictate our happiness. The CEO in the corner office can be just as miserable as the janitor cleaning it, and vice versa. The single parent struggling to make ends meet can find moments of profound joy, just as the wealthy retiree might grapple with feelings of purposelessness. This paradox points to a profound truth that most people overlook when seeking happiness. We often chase after external achievements, relationships, or possessions, believing they'll bring us joy. But what if I told you that true happiness isn't found in any of these things? Consider the Roman Emperor Marcus Aurelius, who said, "Very little is needed to make a happy life. It is all within yourself, in your way of thinking." This Stoic wisdom challenges our conventional beliefs about happiness. How many times have we thought, if only I get this one thing, whether it's a house, a car, a relationship, a precious item, or a hard-earned achievement, I'll be happy and content. And sometimes we do get these things. Yet why does our contentment and happiness seem to vanish at the first sign of a new problem? We achieve our goal, but the joy is fleeting. Think about times when you've achieved a goal or acquired something you wanted, only to find the joy short-lived. And then again, you've met people who radiate contentment despite facing challenging circumstances. What sets these people apart isn't their situation, but their perspective. This approach doesn't mean you stop setting goals or striving for success. Instead, it allows you to pursue your ambitions from a place of inner strength. But what exactly is this perspective that can lead to unshakable happiness, regardless of your circumstances? The answer lies in a simple yet powerful truth. Happiness can only be found within yourself, not anywhere else. This might sound cliché, but let's really think about what it means. If you're genuinely happy at your core, you'll carry that happiness with you wherever you go, whatever you do, and regardless of what happens to you. Imagine two people taking the same vacation to a beautiful beach resort. One person, already content within themselves, finds joy in every aspect of the trip: the warm sun, the sound of the waves, the taste of local cuisine. The other person, unhappy at their core, might momentarily enjoy these experiences, but soon finds fault with the weather, complains about the food, or feels anxious about returning to work. The same principle applies to life's challenges. When faced with setbacks, the person who's found inner happiness might see them as opportunities for growth or simply temporary obstacles. In contrast, someone relying on external factors for happiness might feel devastated by the same events, seeing them as proof that happiness is always out of reach. Now, this doesn't mean you should never seek enjoyment in external experiences or relationships. These can certainly add richness to your life. But if you're not happy deep inside, you might go from place to place, job to job, or relationship to relationship, always hoping to find that elusive happiness. You might experience brief moments of joy or excitement, but true, lasting happiness will remain out of reach. Think of it like this. External sources of happiness are like a campfire on a cold night. They can warm you temporarily, but eventually they burn out, leaving you cold again. Inner happiness, on the other hand, is like your own internal furnace, providing warmth regardless of the external temperature. Finding inner peace, though, isn't easy. It might require you to think about things differently. Let's look at what Mark Manson says in his book, The Subtle Art of Not Giving a Fuck. He writes, "The desire for more positive experience is itself a negative experience, and paradoxically, the acceptance of one's negative experience is itself a positive experience." Confusing, right? What's he getting at? Manson explains further, referencing philosopher Alan Watts's idea of the backwards law. Basically, the more you chase feeling good all the time, the less satisfied you become. Why? Because chasing something just reminds you that you don't have it. So should you stop trying to have good experiences? Of course not. That wouldn't be natural. What should you aim for then? The key is to accept both the good and the bad. Positive and negative experiences are just part of life, part of your story. When you learn to accept both, you can start to be less bothered by either. And in this delicate balance of acceptance, something extraordinary begins to unfold. You might find that genuine happiness isn't a destination to reach, but a way of traveling through life. It's in the journey itself, with all its ups and downs, that the seeds of true contentment take root and flourish, often in the most unexpected moments. With this video, you have given yourself the mindset on attaining genuine happiness. Do you owe it also to yourself to try and reach your true potential, wherever it may lead? The journey doesn't end here. In fact, it's just beginning. The Stoic virtues we've explored aren't just tools for inner peace. They're also powerful allies in your pursuit of success, however you define it. Join me in the next video, The Stoic Path to Ultimate Success, where we'll dive deep into applying Stoic wisdom to achieve your ambitions. You'll learn practical strategies to cultivate resilience, make better decisions, and maintain unwavering determination in the face of challenges. Don't miss out on unlocking the Stoic secrets to success. See you in the next video.